We need to talk about Man City next week, don't we? I'm going to start with the positive, Glenn. We've been known to put in some decent performances against City when we need them. When the back's been up against the wall, we've managed to get a draw here or there. Can we get a point at the Etihad?
Not if we play like we have been this season. No chance. We've got results against City in the past with the 4-2-2-2 formation, with everybody being at it for 90 minutes. And what we tended to do was sort of funnel their play into our midfield, and then they chuck crosses in, and they didn't have anyone in the box who was of any sort of stature. They've got a striker now. Can't remember his name. And that totally changes the dynamic. So you've got to find another way to keeping them out, because playing the way we did last year wouldn't work now, because eventually one of the crosses would connect with the big guy. So it's going to be very, very difficult. And if we play in the kind of uninspired, sort of lackluster way that we have done, it could be any score you want. So we've got to find a way of playing and play with a whole bunch more of enthusiasm to have a chance of getting anything out of there. But I think there ain't a Saints fan around who wouldn't settle for just keeping the score down.
Just to hedge my bets, I'm going to say, because this repeat goes out on Voice FM on a Saturday morning, so just to say it's going to be a tough game for Alex McCarthy and the caretaker manager, just in case that happens. Jacob, we've seen today, if Manchester City click, then we're going to be in big trouble next week, aren't we? How do you even go about approaching this? Because it's going to be a tough week's training.
That's the thing. I don't know how I'm going to approach it. Even what do I write about? Because everyone knows.
You can't use the words that I can use as well.
Southampton can't press them because Haaland will just run in behind. You can't really sit deep and let them cross it because they'll just cross it. I do envy Ralph. I don't envy Ralph because he's got, he's going to have to find something, a blueprint that keeps the score down, keeps them in the game as long as they can. Because if they get a goal early, then it could be pretty disastrous. But I've always said that Ralph Hasenhüttl was a fighter, and he pulls results out when you least expect it. So maybe that will be next Saturday.
The glimmer of hope. Did you see Haaland's now got as many Premier League hat-tricks as Ronaldo, Vardy and Lampard, but he's only played 8 games?
Oh, it's absurd. It's absurd.
Crazy,
I mean, for what it's worth, I think we'll go with 5 at the back. I think all 3 centre-halves will play.
Yeah.
And it'll basically be a back 5, probably 4 in front of them, and some sacrificial lamb up front chasing around,
doing shuttle runs.
Doing shuttle runs all day, and that probably Adam Armstrong they'll pick for that, and that'll be it, and we'll just try and keep the score down.
Ellie says, I can't even bother watching it. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. I had the same thought today. I thought, you know what? I'm just going to go and play golf, I think, on Saturday and then catch up when I come back. We need to do some predictions for this. So I thought, just to make things a little bit difficult, or a bit different, maybe we should do what minute will Haaland complete his hat-trick. So I was thinking maybe 32. Just on last week's, producer Alex was the only person to pick up a point because he thought we might lose. We were all fairly optimistic about Everton, which I think kind of just underpins the problem. Glenn, you're still top of the table with 8 points. So I'll let you go first. From the guys that aren't here tonight, we've got everything ranging from a 6-2 defeat. I think there's a 4-0. We've got a 5-0. We've got a 6-0. So if you're looking to fill in any of the gaps, there's still a 3-0 left and a 7-0. Or do you want to, think we might get a point out of it? Am I being too negative?
Normally, because I'm winning, I'd go for us to get a draw. But honestly, I mean, it's just a crazy thing to even expect. I'll go for a relatively respectable 4-0 defeat.
Okay, and Jacob, how long is it going to take you to get to Manchester?
Oh gosh, going up on Friday night, so let's hope the rush hour traffic's not too bad. I do think Southampton are going to get one. City's defence, I'm going to try and find some glimmer of optimism.
Thank you.
City's defence isn't the best at the moment. It's not the most solid. So maybe, if Ward-Prowse has a free kick, there's a penalty, there's a break. I do expect Southampton to get one 83rd minute when they're already 4-0 down. So I'm going to go 4-1.
4-1. Okay. If you're watching live, by the way, you can stick your score predictions inside. There's lots of 9s I'm seeing. There's a 10. I think Jamie said I would stick £10 on us losing 9-0, but no, my luck, we lose 10-0. So by all means, stick your predictions in there. And yeah, looking forward to that one.